It was actually like almost the first family I had in when I moved to the United States. Um, like I remember when my mother came to see me, and she saw him. She said, "It's just like it was a buck ready to be killed." I mean, to be smashed. I mean, she didn't like him at all. Um, I think she didn't like his looks because he had long hair. So in Panama, we call that a hippie. A long hair, man. So she kind of looked at him like a hippie. So anyway, then after that, she was really nice. She on the phone, she told me, she said, "This is your best friend. Just be good to him," and things like that. She changed her mind. But anyway, just remembering so many stuff. I was only 27 years old back then. We were talking about a long time. It was year 1986 when I met Johnny Sleeve. 1986. Can you believe that? So anyway, I moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I would rather skip that part, how life was there. It was a city. It was just a city. And I'd like to talk more about the towns. Anyway, from Oklahoma City, I moved to Denver, Colorado. Then another city. And I'm going to skip that time there. I'm going to go when I moved to Central City. I moved to Central City, and here started another journey. It's amazing, but when you live when you live in cities, it's different than when you live in country areas. When you live in country areas, it's like you go back on time. When I was in Denver, Illinois, I felt that. It was like I was going back on time, even before I was born. Same thing I felt in Central City. Here I was entering back on time. I mean, you can feel this in the air. Everything was so mystical. I was so inspired to even write poems. I had a series of poems I wrote. And there was such a mystical atmosphere. It was a world of discoveries of the past. In a way, it was spiritual. In a way, it was peaceful. It really was. I remember entering the mystical magic mystery of Central City and surrounding areas where I met my past that I had never seen before. I have no words to describe it. I even went into hiking into non-explored areas in the deep of the woods. I felt like I found myself for the first time, more than in Denver, Illinois. The magic of the air was amazing. Then it's just like Romeo and Juliet. Everything seems purer than in the city. It's like you're not in the rush of living life, but you're there steady and you can enjoy your days and every little experience. like it was when I met Rick. It was in that atmosphere of pureness. It was like when you go into, in Spanish is retiro. Retiro means you go out in the woods, or you go out where there's no civilization, to find yourself and to find God. That's what I felt in there. Even though it's a place that has a lot of casinos and people, it's a lot of traffic, people go on through it, casinos, still the atmosphere is so magical. It's so magical. It's just, and when you see the movie, at the end of the movie Titanic, you see how they open the door and Rose come in and meet Jack into a place that looks so much like the opera theater there in Central City. Some of the buildings there inside, they look like that. Especially when DiCaprio's standing up into the clock up there. There's the place in Central City that looks like that. But anyway, I was not too much into the movie Titanic. I was just living there for several years, and I met myself. I met the past. I met the prophetic messages. The atmosphere was good. In the time that I got to meet Rick, like I told the story how our encounters were in there. So I wish I would have put a background music in this speech, but it distracts me. Yes, then another mystery town. First was Denver, Illinois. Second was Central City. Golden area, I mean. And then Idaho Springs. Idaho Springs hasn't been that spiritual. It's been a little more type city. Still is a town. Still there are mysteries that have lived here. Very exciting mysteries with the minds, the journey, the minds. Everywhere I went through, every one of these towns have meant only a pass through. Even though I wanted to stay, it has been only a passing through. A passing through life, a journey back in time.